The race for space is heating up, but not everything is going according to plan. Who's leading this new era of space exploration? What's next for humanity beyond Earth? NASA is preparing to send humans back to the moon. India just pulled off a historic space docking, and Europe is building a lunar lander. But it's not all smooth sailing. SpaceX's Starship just exploded during a test flight. So who's leading the charge? Which missions will shape the future of humanity in space? And how close are we to living beyond Earth? This is the complete breakdown of the biggest space projects happening right now. Stay tuned. Space is no longer just the playground of superpowers like the US and Russia. Today, Europe, India, China, and even private companies are pushing the boundaries of what's possible beyond Earth. In this video, we're covering all the major space missions happening across the globe, breaking down how they'll shape the future of humanity in space. NASA's Artemis program and the Lunar Terrain Vehicle. NASA's Artemis program is leading the charge to return humans to the moon. But this isn't just another Apollo mission. By 2030, NASA aims to establish a permanent lunar base, and they're designing the Lunar Terrain Vehicle, LTV, a high-tech rover that can withstand extreme lunar conditions. Think of it as NASA's version of a self-driving Tesla, but on the moon. NASA's Artemis program is one of the most ambitious space exploration initiatives in recent history, aiming to return humans to the moon by 2025 and establish a sustainable presence there by 2030. But Artemis is not just about landing astronauts, it's about creating the infrastructure necessary for long-term lunar exploration. The program will utilize the Space Launch System, SLS, the most powerful rocket ever built, and the Orion spacecraft to send astronauts into deep space. One of the program's key goals is to put the first woman and the first person of color on the lunar surface, ensuring a diverse and inclusive crew for future missions. Artemis is also a stepping stone for Mars exploration, as it will provide critical data and experience in living and working on another celestial body. By paving the way for a sustainable lunar base, NASA is setting the stage for humanity's next giant leap, becoming a multi-planetary species. It's happening, and NASA's next mission is right around the corner. Europe's Argonaut lander. The United States isn't alone in this mission. The European Space Agency, ESA, just signed an €862 million contract to build the Argonaut lunar lander. The Argonaut lunar lander is a cutting-edge project by the European Space Agency, ESA, marking a significant step for Europe in space exploration, designed to deliver crucial payloads and supplies to the moon's surface. The Argonaut lander will play a key role in the upcoming Artemis missions, which aim to establish a sustainable lunar presence. This lander, part of ESA's efforts to strengthen its role in space, will be capable of carrying scientific instruments and resources to support future lunar habitats and exploration efforts. Set to launch in the coming years, Argonaut will pave the way for Europe's greater involvement in lunar research, positioning the continent as a key player in the evolving race to explore the moon and beyond. It's not just about landing, it's about ensuring that Europe is ready to support humanity's long-term vision of living on the moon. Europe is making serious moves toward an independent presence in space, and this lander is a major step forward. India's SpaDeX mission, first space docking. Meanwhile, India is making history of its own. The Indian Space Research Organization, ISRO, recently completed its first spacecraft docking mission, SpaDeX, a critical step for future space stations and refueling missions in orbit. India's SpaDeX mission marked a historic milestone for the Indian Space Research Organization, ISRO, as it successfully achieved the country's first spacecraft docking in space. This groundbreaking achievement is crucial for ISRO's future space ambitions, laying the foundation for advanced space missions such as the Gaganyaan human spaceflight mission and potential space stations. The SpaDeX mission demonstrated India's growing capability in space technology, as the spacecraft docked autonomously with precision, showcasing its ability to handle complex orbital maneuvers. This achievement not only boosts India's standing in the global space race, but also opens doors for more ambitious missions, including future crewed spaceflights, lunar exploration, and even participation in international space stations. SpaDeX is a testament to India's increasing role as a space power and its growing potential to contribute to humanity's exploration of the cosmos. NASA's SPHEREx mission. While nations race to land on the moon, NASA is also looking deep into the cosmos. SPHEREx is set to launch next month. NASA's upcoming SPHEREx mission is set to revolutionize our understanding of the cosmos. Scheduled for launch in February 2025, This innovative space telescope will scan the entire sky in 102 infrared colors, creating the most detailed map of the universe ever made. Unlike the James Webb Space Telescope, which focuses on specific deep space targets, SPHEREx will provide a big-picture view of the cosmos, helping scientists uncover clues about the origins of galaxies, the formation of planetary systems, and even the building blocks of life hidden in interstellar ice. If successful, SPHEREx could answer some of the biggest questions about how our universe evolved. This could reveal new secrets about how galaxies and stars were formed. Boeing Starliner, a second chance? Not everything in space is going according to plan. Boeing Starliner spacecraft has faced multiple delays and failures. Boeing Starliner spacecraft has been struggling to keep up with SpaceX's Crew Dragon, facing years of delays, technical issues, and failed test flights. Originally meant to provide NASA with a second option for ferrying astronauts to the International Space Station, Starliner has yet to complete a successful crewed mission. Now NASA is giving Boeing one last chance with a crewed test flight scheduled for late 2025. If it fails, Starliner could be scrapped, leaving SpaceX as the dominant force in U.S. human spaceflight. Will Boeing finally turn things around? Or is this the end of Starliner's journey? SpaceX's Starship explosion and future plans. Their Starship mega rocket suffered a major explosion during its last test flight on January 16, 2025, but SpaceX is already planning its next launch. This is the ship that could take humans to Mars, and Elon Musk is pushing ahead despite the setbacks. On January 16, 2025, during its 7th test flight, SpaceX's Starship experienced an explosion approximately 8.5 minutes after liftoff. The incident occurred after the separation of the upper stage from its booster, resulting in debris falling over the Atlantic Ocean near the Turks and Caicos Islands. Preliminary analyses suggest that a propellant leak may have caused the explosion. Elon Musk, SpaceX's CEO, indicated that improved versions of both the ship and booster are already prepared for upcoming launches. As of now, SpaceX is actively investigating the cause of the explosion and implementing design enhancements to prevent similar issues in future flights. While the Starship is not yet ready for operational missions, the company is progressing toward resuming test flights with the updated vehicles. Will Starship be the key to colonizing Mars? Or is it just a billionaire's dream, transforming the moon into a space hub? As all these missions unfold, one thing is clear. The moon is quickly becoming humanity's first space outpost. NASA, ISRO, China, and private companies are planning lunar industries, fuel stations, and permanent bases. The era of a moon-based civilization could begin within the next decade. But let's not forget about the science. Astronomers just detected an ultra-massive white dwarf with the most pulsation modes ever recorded. White dwarfs are the remnants of stars that were once similar in size to our Sun. But this one is over 1.35 times the mass of the Sun, making it incredibly dense and unstable. What's even more fascinating is that scientists were able to observe 19 distinct pulsation modes in this white dwarf, a record number that provides invaluable insights into the internal structure of such stars. This discovery challenges existing models of stellar collapse and could help astronomers refine their theories about the end stages of massive stars and the physics governing these ultra-dense objects. Plus, scientists are debating a recent cosmic explosion. Was it a gamma-ray burst or a jetted tidal disruption event? These discoveries are helping us understand the violent nature of the universe. The space race is accelerating faster than ever before. Nations and private companies are pushing the limits of what's possible, and the next decade could be the most exciting era in space exploration history. What do you think is the most exciting space project right now? Will Starship take us to Mars? Will India build its own space station? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to press the like button and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell for future videos as these projects unfold in 2025. See you in the next video.